right? So that if things go south and some idiot does some idiot thing, that she'll either be, it's not my fault. See these people, they just went nuts, and she can either point the finger somewhere else or
Can I just interrupt you for a second?
Sure.
Welcome live from the crossroads of America. Talk show about actually shooting with disabilities, guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. We'll answer questions from the audience either in the chat or by email at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com.
You're getting echo.
I have a Patreon page. If anybody's interested, I even have, if you want to just do a one-time payment, I even have a PayPal thing for that. So just throwing that out there. Let me see who's in the chat. We got Gun Loving Tony.
You're getting an echo.
Well, that must be you, because I can hear myself talking on your computer, Tony. So just want to just throwing it out there. Then we got Sabrina, Two Gun Kitty, Rich White, Kingpin's in here. So that's who we've got so far in the chat. Oh, Southpaw RX is here. Okay, on my panel, I've got the one and only Tony. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, on the echo thing, mine mic was shut off, so it's not here. But I'm doing good.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't hear an echo on my end. Anybody? Well, anyway, then we got the one and only Patriot in the Dark. How you doing?
It's great to be back. How you doing? Thank you for inviting me.
Am I
wonderful show.
Are you getting an echo from me?
The only thing I heard was when Tony's mic was on, just like a TV or something, I think. But
okay.
I didn't hear any echo.
Okay. Then we got the one and only from, I was going to say, I don't know if his state is worse than yours right now, Patriot. We got the one and only Kingpin. How you doing?
We're on a battle to the bottom.
Yeah.
Last place, here we come.
Yeah. Unknown users joined us. Midnight Range is here. Raphael's here. He's dropped in. Clover Tech's here. Tony disconnected from us. I hope he's not mad. So, there we go. So, anyway, I had a couple of thoughts on my what to talk about tonight, and I didn't write them down. So, as I'm sitting here waffling, trying to think what I was going to talk about, and my mind's gone blank. I know what one of them was. It was somebody, shooting with disabilities, whatever. I mean, I don't know anybody who's sort of like only got one arm or something like that. Well, I mean, how do they go about cleaning their guns? Because I would say it's a two-hand operation.
But
all right,
you want suggestions?
Well, yeah.
You just use blocks and something clamped to your table. Maybe one of those rubber pistol blocks, or even the ones that clamp your pistol or rifle to it. Your vices and stuff. So you can do it that way. I mean, I used to do woodworking without, clamps and stuff, just by using, wedges and different things like that. So I'm sure there's ways of, either clamping it in somehow. And
what's the question? I missed it because I logged out and back in.
Okay, well, my question. I said I don't know anybody because shooting with disabilities. I was wondering, is there anybody knows like? I don't know anybody, but say you only have one arm. How do you clean your guns? Because isn't it a two-hand operation?
I would.
I think you could manage it. Hell, you can run a freaking pump shotgun with one hand.
Yeah. Well, Midnight Range says there's lots of gun vices nowadays.
Yeah, the vices, or even those blocks.
Yeah.
I've never seen what they look like, but the blocks that you flip them, each side's got something different or a different wedge or something in there. But I'm sure there's things like that. Because I mean, my grandfather was missing, a finger and stuff, which obviously isn't as much as a hand, but there's always come up something.
Unlike a handgun, you could just set the cleaning rod handle on the floor and step on it and run the barrel up and down with your hand.
True.
Use a revolver.
Well, it was just something that I was just thinking about because I was cleaning one of my guns today. I haven't shot any, but my my little, I can't show it on live thing. I carry a lot of times if I'm not going out, I'll put my little North American Arms 22 Magnum in my pocket. I haven't cleaned that thing in God knows how long. I haven't shot it. I know the last time I cleaned it was the last time I shot it, and I know I haven't shot it for about a year. So I just happened to clean it today. Well, I just ran a swab through it or whatever, just to get any dust or dirt out that's in there and stuff.
You should be ashamed of yourself, such gun neglect.
What, that I haven't shot it for a year?
And you didn't clean it after the last time.
No, I did. Oh, I clean my guns every time I shoot them. Even if I only if I fire, 2 or 3 rounds, I'll clean it when I get home. Oh no, it was cleaned last time I used it. But
my mistake.
It's what I'm saying is I've I put it in my pocket. It's not in a case or anything. It's got a cover for the trigger, but that's all. So dust, So I just took it apart, basically to dust it off on the inside, make sure there wasn't no little bits, material from out of my pocket got down the barrel or in between the cylinders and all that kind of crap.
In all honesty, on the stainless stuff, I don't clean them immediately when I get home.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's because I don't get home until the next day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's understandable too. I mean, I have like if I've gone shooting late in the afternoon, I might not clean my guns till the following morning or whatever, But I don't leave them, for hundreds of rounds gone through it before I clean it. Because to me, yes, they can function that way. I mean, everybody tells you they can function. You can shoot loads of rounds through them without cleaning them. But all that carbon and stuff, is that what it is? I mean, and when you slide going back and forth or your cylinder turning and using a revolver, it's got to be wearing against the actual metal.
Well, it's really important to clean rimfire stuff because it's dirty. And some reload stuff is really dirty too.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, back to the other thing. The gun-loving grandpa said he seen a one-armed man use the back of his knee. Oh, okay, sort of like squeeze the gun in the back of his knee and, put something down, the rod or whatever down the barrel. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think those vices would work too. It was just something I was thinking about. I said when I was cleaning that gun today. I said, I wonder how that happens. So I thought.
I occasionally clamp rifles in my lead sled, but you have to have 2 hands to hold the sled because it will move when you try to run a cleaning rod through it.
Yeah. All right. I mean, Jason Stewart said, when my barrels get dirty, I just shoot a bullet through them. Yeah, okay. But anyway. New York Outcast has joined us. How you doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. How's the epicenter going?
Things are still going here, so not too bad. So I stayed home today, but the lady ran to the store, and I guess we have a supply of toilet paper that's all stocked up, but there's still gaps and little things here and there. Obviously, they have the little clear things up at the register, so people try not to sneeze on people, but they're little tiny things. Really don't do much. And the normal social distancing stuff.
Can you buy non-essential items in Walmart?
No, we don't shop at Walmart, so I try to avoid that.
I mean, can you go buy a can of spray paint?
I'm told no, but I don't know firsthand. So a friend of ours went down, and they were directed only over to the food area. So
yeah,
I guess things were marked off. So yeah, so I mean, again, I don't know firsthand, but that's what I was told here. So
yeah, but because why I say that's wrong is they want you to stay home.
Yeah.
So say
you gotta have stuff to do at home. You know, you might need to clean stuff, fix stuff. You know, exactly. You might want a different TV for the kids' room now or something,
or your TV shit the bed, and you need to buy.
I mean, socks still wear out. You know, young girls need their clothing, and there's a lot of reasons that, you know, if the doors are open, it should be full access, in my opinion. But
mine too. Oh, hang on, we got Southpaw RX said, I actually enjoy cleaning my firearms. I do too. I mean, I enjoy cleaning. I actually one time I thought that would be a great business to have. I thought buy myself a van, set up a little shop in the back of it, and go around cleaning people's guns.
You are out of your damn mind.
You know, but I think you got to have an FFF license to do it. You know. But it's just something I thought about. I love cleaning guns, and I use Ballistol. I use it. Ballistol. That's it. I spray it and let it soak in. Clean my guns.
You'd crash on your first day, Rick. You'd be so high you'd run right off the road.
I love the smell of Ballistol. Like that. You know? Oh, unknown user wants to know. He was looking at possibly getting a compensated Glock 17. To those who have shot compensated guns, just how much recoil do they reduce percentage-wise? That's his question. But anyway, back to what we were saying. But what about my Ballistol? I love the smell of that stuff.
I use Ballistol.
Yeah.
It's fine. I force my fucking hands in it when I'm doing it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I can't recall using it. So I've been like a CLP and tops guy for a long time. So
yeah,
you know,
well,
CLP always worked for the longest, and you know,
I hear people who love the smell of Ballistol. I'm pretty much indifferent to it. I mean, I don't think it's all that great, but it's not horrible either.
No. Now I'm going to be honest. As everybody knows, I've only been in the guns for about coming up to 5 years, you know, and I learned about, believe it or not, I learned about Ballistol of watching a Hickok 45 video about 5 years ago. And I thought, I'll try that. And I tried it, and I liked it, and I've been using it ever since.
You know, for years and years and years, I used rim oil. And I like rim oil. It's fine. But I just tried the Ballistol on a whim, and it may have been from a Hickok video too. I don't know. And I ordered a can of Ballistol. Hey, this ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Well, you know, I haven't bought any for a while because the last time I bought some, I bought 6 cans off of Amazon. You know, so
I like Ballistol because you can mix it with water and use it on black powder stuff.
Yeah.
Which, as far as cleaning guns go, I enjoy cleaning guns too, except for the black powder. That stuff stinks so bad to clean.
Yeah. Oh, Jason Stewart said he likes the smell of hops. Hops. Is it hops number 9? Is that? I think I smelt it, but
Yeah, yeah, that's the oil. I think is hops number 9.
uh, yeah. But I said, so
All right,
it's
actually, hops number 9 I think is the brand or something or the category. I guess so. Yeah, lubricating oil, honey, a couple things of oil, and then they have a cleaner as well. So solvent 9.
To be honest with you, I'm not above using hot soapy water.
Well, that works with black powder anyway, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
If the water's hot enough, you don't really have to worry about water being trapped in the gun anywhere, especially if you do a good job cleaning it.
Yeah.
Lubing. You absolutely have to re-lube after you do that, though, because it will wash the oil away.
Unknown was it unknown user? Yeah, he said he uses rim oil and hops number 9. Rich Wright says frog lube smells good, but I won't use it. It has a nice minty smell.
I
seen Lucas at the auto parts store, which I'd be interested in trying just because it's a Lucas product. But cost effective wise, I don't know if it's worth it unless it works a lot better. So,
well, Jason,
I have Lucas
on.
gun lube that I got from Brownells or somebody in a little package, like a ketchup package, and I can tell you that shit is actually really good lube. I don't know about cleaner, but I used it on a couple of things, and it sticks really well, and it's fairly thick compared to like rim oil.
Yeah. Jason Stewart says I use Lucas oil on the inside and ram oil on the outside. And Kingpin typed in the chat there, the best thing for cleaning your guns is liberal tears.
I'm a little bit more of a savage, I guess, because I would use blood.
Yeah, it gets sticky after a while.
Yeah.
I sorry I got here late. I heard you guys talking about cleaning guns or whatever.
Well, yeah, was that my original question was, since this was shooting with disabilities, and I don't know somebody who say is missing an arm. Okay. How do they clean their firearms? Because I got 2 hands. To me, it's a 2-hand operation.
Yeah. I don't know either. I'd assume maybe pinch it in between your legs and use your hand.
Yeah, or use one of those.
Table as a third, a second hand in a sense.
Yeah, but and also they got vices nowadays with rubber.
Yeah.
On the inside and stuff like that. That was our consensus. I think that's what we came up with.
I was gonna say I know a guy with 1 leg, but that's different. So I ain't gonna help, but
I use my leg sled for mounting scopes and stuff like that on rifles, but I don't think it would work worth the crap for cleaning with 1 hand because, like I say, even with 25 pounds in it, it still moves.
Yeah, you might want a big, a heavier vise or something, and obviously something to protect it to clamp it down and where you can clamp down pretty good. But then again, you'd want to be cautious. What type of firearm is it? If it's a plastic shell or something and you're clamping too hard, it could be an issue. Not hard enough, and you might be making it slide around a little bit or something and possibly tarnishing your finish. So it sounds like a crappy problem to have. I'm sure there's a way around it.
Yeah.
Oh, Southpaw put a link in the chat, I think, for an answer to unknown users question about the percentages of using a compensated G7 Glock 17. So,
goddamn, I don't know how bad that could be anyway, because it's a 9mm and fairly heavy one compared to other Glocks.
Yeah.
I don't know much about compensated guns in a sense, so shouldn't be much help.
Now I rented a Glock, when I first started shooting, and the grip had to me it was a funny angle. I just couldn't get comfortable in my hand, you know. So that's why I don't know.
I can't stand that either.
You know, so
I thought the grip was a little different, but I didn't have much problem with it. I assumed I was going to have an issue, but honestly, I hit pretty well with the Glock. So
You got to figure us old men and bending that wrist forward to get that steeper angle on the grip. It's tough.
yeah.
Hope you ain't older than I am, because then it doesn't make no sense.
Tough.
let go.
One of my old cousins called me up. They're all calling me to find out how I'm doing. I don't know why everybody's worried about me. Do they know something about me that I don't know? You know,
Maybe they were checking to see if you're got your stimulus money and fishing for getting in your pocket.
could be no. But one of them, I don't know. We were talking, and he goes, "Oh," he says, "authorized." He said, "I know what to use for that." I go, "What?" He said, "Just slap on some horse liniment." He said, "It works great."
That will make your day, I can tell you.
Oh, you used it?
I have, yes.
Does it work?
I'm not sure that I would say that it works, or it just burns enough at first that when the burning stops, it feels like you're in way less pain. But yes, it seemed to work, honestly.
Yeah.
But it reeks. God damn, it stinks.
Yeah, so so if you're walking around with it on, people will know you've slapped some horse liniment on, huh?
Well, I don't know how many people these days would know what horse liniment smells like, but they would know you was wearing something.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. He said that to me, and I sort of laughed at the time, but then after I hung up, I thought about it. It works on horses, and I'm not a vet or a doctor, but even though I know it's a four-legged animal, but somehow horses, their diseases and things that happen to them are more similar to humans than other animals are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can get torn ligaments, they can get and stuff like this in their limbs like humans can and stuff like this. That's what made me think, well, maybe it might work.
I'll tell you something else you can try, and I can't swear that it works or not, but it certainly seemed to for me, and that's spraying yourself with WD-40 and rubbing it in.
Oh, yeah.
I kid you not.
I don't know about that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't mean bathe in this stuff, but like if your hands are fucked up. Some old dude told me that years and years ago, and I used WD-40 at work when I worked, and I can't say that it works or it don't work. It seemed to.
Yeah. That's another item I didn't think about, Oh, Rich White says he doesn't shoot Glocks well. The grip angle isn't comfortable for him either.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I rented one when I first looking into guns because, Glock is what everybody was talking about. And I said, that grip angle, that's why my first gun was an M&P, because, that felt so comfortable in my hand. It was unreal.
Yeah.
Glocks are perfection. That's why you can buy every freaking part to one everywhere.
Yeah, and everybody that buys one has a plan for what they're going to spend that for,
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. They'll pay $400 or $500 for a Glock, then spend another $300 or $400 on parts for it.
Yeah.
But then again, I was called a cheap ass today anyway. So
I just repaired my son-in-law. I was just repaired my son-in-law's 42. I had put new trigger and transfer bar, the whole damn works in it.
Yeah. In the today's chat, they said when you get your stimulus check, mine hasn't. I didn't expect to get mine today because I think I'm going to be on the second wave later this week because of being under Social Security. But anyway, so they told me that I should buy a Python. I don't.
I didn't tell you that. That
No,
was
I wasn't talking about you.
You said in today's chat. I was there.
Yeah, but you weren't the only one in today's chat. But anyway, some people in the chat said I should buy one, and I said I ain't spending that kind of money on a goddamn gun.
Yeah, I advise against it, especially now.
I was being called a cheap ass. I wouldn't buy an expensive gun.
No, it's already out. The grocery store prices are going to be going up. At some point here, it was a 60 or 90 days. I don't remember what it is, but that they were asked to hold prices. So I'm sure prices are going to be going up. The meat distributors.
Things are going
to get more pricey.
You're right. Like on Amazon, right? I put some stuff in my basket, waiting to go till I get some money. And even I've had them in the basket for 2 days now, and the total's gone up twice.
I had that shit happen too.
What?
I had that shit happen too. I put it in the basket like over the weekend, and I got paid today, and it went up like 30%. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh yeah. It's gonna get rough out there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, prices are going to get a little high. So, and I kind of fear that there's a lot of radio shows and different shows talking about potential food scares now. So, kind of like the toilet paper thing. If people react on that, even if it's a small percentage, then more people are going to go to the store and say, "Oh crap, I better get more." And then the next thing you know, we end up in the same spot. Where the shelves are bare. So I just hope that doesn't turn out to be the case, but because everybody's aware that the food hikes are going to be coming. So apparently you can't buy a deep freezer now to save your life or something. So they say. I don't know. But
here you go. Everybody was in a panic for toilet paper. They went out and bought thousands of rolls, right? And I bet you they still haven't got through their first 24 pack yet. Now, I was in some chat the other day, so, of course, this last week somebody was all giddy and happy and celebrating because he managed to get 3 24 packs of toilet roll. I thought, well, you're the problem. Do you really need that much toilet paper? Are you shitting that much?
Who knows what kind of bills they got? They might be.
Yeah. Then the other night, somebody said, "Oh, we just got back. I'm late to the chat. I just got back from the store. Just spent over $300 on meat." Well, you're the fucking problem.
I just bought numerous pounds of gunpowder and a couple of bricks of primers, and so if you guys can't get them, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I plan on buying reloading supplies. A few thousand primers and a couple of pounds of gunpowder and bullets and stuff. But I'm not buying enough that I'm going to corner the market on them.
Well, I got a question for you.
You're back.
Can you guys return anything? They've shut down all returns. Doesn't matter if it's a TV that blows up or you're trying to bring back 40 cases of toilet paper. They stopped it because they don't know if you got stuff and they can't put it back out and all sorts of.
Oh yeah,
the absolutes on the store I was in where I bought these primers is absolutely not. When you buy the reloading stuff, it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that about the TV. But
yeah,
I can see them saying that, but it's just shocking to hear them.
Well, that's
doing that. I guess I don't. It's news to me. I haven't heard of anything, but I try to not go out to the store as much as I can. So
there was somebody. Didn't somebody mention it here in the chat earlier?
Yeah, the TVs
Or did I
would be
read
under
it somewhere?
warranty anyway, so it's nothing the store usually does anyway, unless you're going to a
I didn't
snooty
hear.
shop.
Oh yeah,
I
I
didn't
know
hear
Mutual said it. He said he saw a video today where a store refused to take back 1,200 rolls of toilet paper and 100-liter bottles of hand sanitizer.
That I can
Yeah.
understand.
I mean, to me, that guy. I mean, that guy.
That I can understand. But a
return it.
TV, that's where it's
You
like,
ordered
hey,
this
you
shit,
know.
you keep it, you motherfucker.
He probably bought it cheap.
I'm getting worked up here. My language is getting out of control.
Oh
He
boy.
probably bought it. He probably bought it back before the prices skyrocketed and come in there with no receipt saying, you know, I bought this yesterday.
Fell off a truck.
Trying to get it more money than what he paid. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
As humans are freaking scum like that.
Yeah, see, and that goes back to what I was saying the last few weeks. As a civilization, we are not that far off from going back to being caveman. You know what I'm saying?
I have something positive since.
Go for it.
And just in case Squib's out there complaining that it's too negative and stuff in here. I was thinking, you know, obviously the things going on now, there's a lot of stress and things like that. But I actually got contacted by two people, but over the last, I'd say, week and a half, that that want to get into some things, and you know, just talking with them through emails and stuff like that, which is really nice. But it was very positive, and I don't know, not inspiring, but you know, whatever. It was just really nice to hear people that said, well, wow, I never thought about that, or whatever. So it was really cool. So that was something positive instead of something dreary.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, New York guy, what's the deal with New York just kind of speculating on numbers these days?
Yeah, it's New York, so it's, you know, I don't really trust the state with much. So from what I hear, anything that's, you know, pumped up to COVID level, anything that's COVID basically gets paid by federal, so they get more money. So I don't know, you know, honestly. And I haven't been to my local hospitals. I know there's a few of them. All of them have tents set up, stuff like that. But again, I've personally avoided all that area like the plague. So I can't personally speak for anything as far as what I see. So I basically have to have the same news you hear and a little bit of hearsay from people around town. But
I was kind of surprised at the whole deal about them counting those dead that weren't tested.
That's happening even here.
No, they're calling everybody who dies from this because they get more money for it.
Yeah, I think it's a
it's all about
scheme.
Yeah, another way to rip the government off. And all you're doing.
I mean, in a way, you could say that's a positive thing in a way. I mean, it's not positive because they're ripping people off, but it's a good thing. Not as many people are getting, you know, sick or killed from this or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know that makes you think, well, you know, maybe it's about time we open things back up. So
I think we should.
That's
what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, so
Hold on just a second, Rick.
Yeah.
You're complaining about them ripping off the government while you're sitting there looking for your Trump bucks check.
That's right.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like hospitals who are calling everybody who died from this because the government's going to give them money.
Well,
see,
similar
I
like
what I'm saying is they're not really ripping off the government. They're ripping off their fellow man because it's our taxes that give them that money.
The situation here, I have some kind of insight, but nothing official or whatever.
Yes.
But the thing is, everybody's supposed to stay at home. Do not leave. Do not do nothing. Don't
well,
buy seeds.
Excuse
me, just a second.
You live in a county state.
So they say do not leave, right? And so you're sitting at home and you get sick. The issue that some people that I know are seeing here is that everybody's waiting at home because they're doing what the they should. They're being responsible or whatever. But by the time they go to the hospital, stuff is so full blown that it's basically, there's really a lot of the people that are showing up. There's nothing they could do for them that are dying, and so it's just like that. You're sitting there. I have old parents. I haven't seen my parents in over a month now, and I usually see them at least twice a week, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so, but
Are they instructed to stay home? I mean, I know like there's a stay home order, but did they call their doctor and their doctor said, okay, just stay in your home? And
no,
it got to a point where they
okay.
had to go, or they're just feeling bad and not doing anything until it's, they feel like they're going to die, and then they go to the hospital and then they die.
What seems to be happening is just what I'm just pushing on what I was told is that by the time a lot of people actually get out and get to the hospital, because they've been told to stay home until they, things are bad, or if you think it's this or whatever, they're actually, by the time they get there, it's pretty full blown. I've talked with some ladies that work or whatever there, and they're tired. They get obviously stressed out because they're in the whatever section of the hospital, and they're working on people, and it's like they do have a lot of deaths or whatever, and it obviously wears out on them, and so a lot of them are really stressed out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems like, because like me, I got a doctor's appointment next week. I told him, pound sand, I don't need to come. It was a checkup. So there's no reason for me to go, But then, if you are sick, like our doctors here, you call ahead, you call when you get to the parking lot, you wait in the parking lot, they sign you in, then they call and say, okay, now it's time for you to come in. You walk in by yourself, straight on through the lobby, right to the room. Nobody's to be in the lobby, none of this waiting around stuff. As soon as you're done, you walk right out, and they go in there and they, torch the room or whatever, they clean it. So there are things like that. So things are still open because obviously people still get sick. But when I'm tough, I won't go to the doctor until I'm being dragged, because I don't like going. I don't need to go. And I'm sure there's some of that. Plus, people actually that they're worried or whatever. They want to kind of ride it out, and then by the time they because people are saying stay home, don't go to the doctor unless it's dire or whatever.
Now,
because you're supposed to go to your doctor before you go to the hospital, anyways. And if you go into the hospital, that's because something's pretty tragic, I think. Maybe.
I have a question for everybody, including the ones in the chat. Has anybody noticed that the rate of deaths is not near what they were saying?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like they were saying 3 to 4%, something like that, and here in Illinois, it's running at about 0.5%.
Yeah.
And probably less than that.
That's what I was saying. I think they should open the country right back up. It goes back to, you guys are quite happy. Now, I'm taking this from sort of like an anti-gunner's view, right? That's why I'm being a devil's advocate. Is what I'm saying is, right? Well, we're a free society. You're allowed to carry a gun, right? What I mean is, people are going to die. People are going to get shot. It's going to happen, but that's okay. That's part of being free. To me, this disease, I think it's on the downslope now. I'm not saying it's not going to come back, but right now it's on the downslope. We should open up, get back to normal. Because you cannot have it. There's no way that, some of these doctors you hear on talking, right? They expect to have zero COVID-19 in this country, a vaccine for 340 million people before one door opens up. It's never going to happen.
It wasn't intended for that either. It was intended to cut down on the onslaughts to the hospitals.
It had.
I know it. That's what I'm saying.
You know?
It
But
was
anyway.
not everywhere quarantined to stop the damn disease. It was just to make it easier on the medical.
On which it did. Anyway, going back to our topic, we did have a gun question, Tony. Mainly this is for me and you, this one, or anybody else can jump in here. But Two Gun Kitty, he's ordered the Lee Torrent press kit. What should I buy that those kits don't have? Well,
probably a decent scale, and you'll have to buy the dies.
Yeah, and you need a good caliper for measuring the overall length of your bullet when it's finished and shit like that.
And maybe shell holders if you're reloading more than just one.
Yeah, but you're right there. Definitely a good scale. I would get you can buy electronic scales off of Amazon, you know, because the one that comes, I mean, they work. They'll get you started, but I would eventually get a digital scale.
I'd suggest a comfortable chair.
Yeah. And another thing you're going to need is a what the hell do you call it? It's a what the hell did I do with it? Where in the hell is it?
It's the Lee scale is really good.
Yeah,
as far as its accuracy and whatnot, but it's really easy to mess up too.
Damn.
Which is why I say to get a digital, and you can check them back and forth with each other to make sure the digital's still accurate. I use the cheapest damn digital scale I can find, and it's been fine with me.
Oh, there it is. A bullet puller. That's the name I was thinking. You need one of those too, because if you mess up a bullet puller, you can bang out your bullet, you know, and redo it without saying shit and throwing it away.
Well, honestly, the scale is really the thing that you need to add with it, and dies.
Yeah, I agree with you. He was asking what else you need. I'm just telling you. You need the dies for the bullets you're going to make. Get a decent scale, calibers, a bullet puller. You know, that's all you need really to get going.
And first and foremost, Lyman 50th anniversary or 50th edition, whatever the hell the newest Lyman reloading manual is, and Richard Lee's second edition.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that manual comes with the kit or not, but if it doesn't, you should get a reloading manual. You know, Lyman's or Lee's or doesn't Hornady or whatever do one too?
The problem with the Hornady is they only cover Hornady bullets.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which Lee tends to, and Lyman, they tend to cover generic bullets. I have both, and I wouldn't particularly recommend one over the other. They're both great.
So Vanessa Ketty said, opening up the entire country tomorrow, what do you think will happen?
We'll be back in quarantine in a month.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, I would think they should probably bring things back maybe to like 75%, and where areas are tight, still try to do social distancing or masks, things like that. Make it the stores, does the store want to open? Make it their choice, and would they prefer, for liability reasons, maybe that customers wear a mask so nobody comes back and tries to sue them because they were in their store. I'd put that all on probably the shop owner, and then
I would say
personal risk that is on you.
I would say at the minimum to require everybody that wants to be out and about to wear masks.
What are you guys basing this stuff on? What are you basing those opinions on?
Guesswork.
I'm glad that you said that. because each and every single number that we've received about the coronavirus is fraudulent. We all know that. I'm not making this up. They said it just as fast as everybody started bringing it up. Dr. Birx said that the count is fraudulent. We already know that this is bullcrap. So what's going to happen if we turn the country back on? The same thing that was happening the day before we turned it off. Regular life. Regular life. I said it at the very beginning of this. We're being played. This is bull. And half the people on YouTube said I was crazy and didn't care, and my mom's going to die. And how do I feel about that? Let me finish what I'm saying, then you can critique it all you want, because I haven't said anything this whole show. You based wearing a mask and not going into a restaurant on numbers that you know are fake. You know that. So what are you basing that on? There's scientists that are going to start coming out, and they're already talking about this isn't nearly as contagious as they said it was. They said 2.5 million plus people were going to die. And I understand that. People hear those kind of numbers from smart people and scientists with models and graphs. And what's a governor to do? They can't take the risk of having half their population die, so they shut down. The further this goes along, the more we realize everyone overreacted to this.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't blame them for overreacting at the very beginning, because they were scared, just like everybody else, thinking about 2.5 million people dying in a couple of months. That's crazy. We know that's not even remotely true now. So why are we going to go and wear masks and do all these other things and then continue to allow our governors to run our lives for us because we're scared of getting sick?
Taking your freedom away from you.
The thing with me and saying wear masks is that that's more to calm the people that are freaked the fuck out. You know, it's something, and it's not that expensive to do.
Yeah. Also, now that New York, yes, death rate lags behind, but their numbers are going down. Every day they're going down. And their hospitals, your hospitals will not overrun, even at the height of this thing. You know, the projected was 40,000 ventilators. They used less than 9,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think they should open it up. But like I said, I think it should be on an individual or a business's choice on, mask or whatever. I'm going to use one because in my area, people have it. And like I said, my childhood friend's mom had it. Thankfully, she recovered. But it is a real thing that's going around. And I'd prefer to still avoid it if possible. Just like I'd like to avoid the flu or anything else. But
oh, yeah.
I totally respect that. I totally respect. If you personally want to wear a mask, I'm cool with that. That's fine. And I think that if somebody harasses you, playing a race card, you're a black guy and a cop messes with you because you got a mask, you should be a millionaire in a week because you should sue the police department for harassment. So if you want to wear a mask, I'm cool with that. Go ahead and do that. If you own a shop and you say, hey, if you're going to come into my shop, you got to have a mask on. If not, then, buy your items somewhere else. That's fine. That's okay with me. I don't want my governor, who's doing it mandatory, to do it mandatory.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that. I said mandatory, and I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying, as you said, New York, I'm not saying it's the coronavirus or COVID-19 is not real. It is. And people have got it and people have died. We know, we've seen the real numbers. But it's not as bad as they predicted.
right. I will admit,
okay. I mean, New York is, your state is sort of like the center of it all right now. Right? So if your state is reluctant to open the doors, fair enough. That's up to them. But the only people that are suffering are you, because you can't go to work. I'm not saying you personally, but New Yorkers, they can't go to work, and stuff like that. And the businesses, I mean, take a restaurant in New York City. The rent for that restaurant must be so high, it's unreal. They've got to fill their tables every night. Just to make money, to make the rent and shit. You know what I mean? if you
From
go
the liberal,
distance, a restaurant that has 100 seats for 100 people, then you're asking, well, you can only have 50 in here at a time. That business is gonna go under.
now
It's not going to do
look,
well.
look at it from the other side of the coin, though. You're getting free rent right now.
Do what?
I said you got to look at it from the other side of the coin, man. They're getting free rent right now.
Oh, yeah. You're getting free rent, and as soon as
Oh,
the
boy.
landlord is going to say, "Don't forget, you owe me 2 months' rent that I'll let you slide on."
All these states are hemorrhaging money. Every one of these states are on the verge of bankruptcy. That's
Yep.
the only reason half of these states are considering reopening, is because they know that they can't get enough federal money to keep moving forward, and they're not making any state money now, hardly a pittance of it, and there's no amount of federal money to cover every state in the union.
Yeah, and
That's why a bunch of them need to go back to work, because they realize they're running out of pension money.
Yeah, and we can't keep magically coming up with $2 trillion every couple of months to keep everybody happy. You know, that's just going to cause hell. I mean, like this last bill, and yes, we're getting it. We're part of the problem because we're accepting the $1,200, right? But $2 trillion, that's rolling off the tongue. Like when people say, "Look at that," that's going to be $20 million, and everybody's going, "Wow, $2 trillion."
Now,
they're saying it like it's nothing.
Now, something that may be good out of this whole deal is people may have a little bit better understanding of the tax structure and the economic requirements for people to pay taxes out of this whole damn deal. No tax money, your state goes fucking broke.
Is anybody in here a millionaire? Or have any of you ever even seen $1 million?
No.
I've seen a picture.
All right, so everybody's pretty much a regular blue collar, everyday kind of dude. So none of us could even fathom having $1 million. So now that you can't fathom having $1 million, $1 trillion is a million millions. Think about that.
Well, now, I can fantasize about having $1 million or $1 billion or $1 trillion. But if I come across that kind of thing, you guys never fucking hear from me.
Hey, in today's society, if you got $1 million, you're still trailer trash. You got to be a billionaire. A billionaire is where it starts at today.
What I'm getting at is that the liberals and socialists especially figure they're going to tax the wealthy to support the unwealthy. And this is kind of proven that that's not freaking possible.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's we could fight about this all the time, you know, but maybe because where I'm sitting out here in the middle of the country, as I said, the only thing that's changed for me is I can't go down to my local diner for breakfast or lunch. That's the only thing that's changed in my life.
Do you have cases in your area?
Do what?
Do you have cases in your area?
In my county, I think we got about 7.
And your whole area is locked down?
Everybody's doing what they're being asked to do. Yeah.
I just find it odd because it seems like
in Indiana or in the big city.
Okay, it seems like some places are more restricted than near here, like New York, which to me makes no sense. If you don't really have a high spike in your area, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah.
You know, I'm in the same boat as Rick, one state over. We have like maybe a dozen cases here in this particular county. One county over to the east of me has like 100.
Okay.
But it's still a low amount.
Yeah.
The hype that's going. And what I heard in the very beginning of this is one virologist or doctor said, really either we get a vaccination or vaccine, or everybody gets it. Is the only way that this goes away, so to speak.
Makes sense. I mean, in a way, to me, it makes sense.
You survive, you're becoming immune to it.
It seems like if we were out and about, since the hospitals aren't overwhelmed and people may come across this in smaller, moderate doses, it would cycle through a lot quicker. But because I personally don't think you're going to be able to hide forever from it.
No, I don't either.
You would have to, literally be isolated underground or with your own air filtration system until there was a guaranteed vaccination or something, and then wait for the world to take it, or you take it. So
the only way you're ever going to avoid this is to stay sequestered in your own home and have no contact with the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be dead in a week.
Sooner than that if I couldn't go outside, because that means I can't go to the house and get coffee.
I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I personally myself, I say open it up and let's go for it.
Be careful of two terms. Vaccine, well, three terms. Vaccine, immunity, and antibodies. A vaccine is not a cure.
Yeah, I don't know.
The flu's perfect example of that.
A vaccine is not a cure, but
no,
the CDC uses tricky language. Immunity doesn't mean that you can't ever get it. It means that you have the DNA or the sequencing in your bloodstream to recognize when that virus or bacteria comes back. And then antibody is exactly that. It's your white blood cells and all that stuff inside your body that fights off germs and diseases, found something, figured out what it is, and now can fight it if it comes back. So be careful, especially the CDC does studies on gun violence. So right there, you can't trust them. Be very curious about everything that you see and hear. Don't just accept everything that happens. And I'm not telling you, put a tinfoil hat on and stand out in the middle of the street screaming and stuff about conspiracies. I'm just telling you, question a few things.
I'll tell you, one of the scariest fucking things I've heard so far is them wanting to do blood tests on everybody and not allowing people with the without the antibodies to be unquarantined or not.
Yeah, I heard that too, but that ain't going to happen. But what I'm scared about is the more this goes on around the country, more of our freedoms or liberties are being taken away slowly and slowly. And it scares the shit out of me.
They shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be what?
They shouldn't be taken away. I mean, yeah. I know. Yeah.
You guys in New York?
I mean, maybe that's why they don't want to open it back up, because they're afraid of the damn backlash. Because people are already ticked off and wanting to protest and go see their representatives and bitch up a storm, and they don't want to hear it. So I don't know.
Honestly, here in Illinois, in my part of it, I have not had to change my life any.
I haven't either. I said the only difference I've done is I don't go down to the diner because it's takeout only.
Me and the old lady don't go sit at places and eat. That's almost never. Go to the drive-thru. Well, that's what I did tonight. We went to McDonald's, got some Big Macs, and came home.
Yeah.
I went to shopping at the Big R store to get some stuff. There's no limitations on what I can buy there so far. But that's not saying it isn't going to come.
I mean, it comes to, you got, like up there in Michigan and some other states that non-essential items, you can't buy them. That's bullshit. They want you to stay home and you could do projects at home, but you need the products, which are non-essential technically, so you can fix your house up and keep yourself busy for, right now with 17 million people unemployed, this virus going on, depression, suicides, all this shit is going to start piling up. You know,
Is there somebody still in here from Michigan? Because I have a question.
yes, Patriots through here.
Is it true that they say you can't put out a garden?
Oh, you can put it out if you probably have stuff. You can't buy anything. No seeds, no dirt, no paint, nothing. Yeah, it's.
If
So
you want
I'm
to put out,
sure if you, especially like me, I've already got one set up. But April 15th, that's today. That's when you're supposed to plant all the winter stuff or whatever. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I just wait until my mom yells at me, "Hey, you should put that in there." So the broccolis, all that cold stuff. But I didn't have any because we've been shut down. I mean, I have some seeds and we've got stuff started, but it's more of a project with the kid. But there's a lot of families. I mean, even the Squib guy, he does gardens and stuff.
Squibby, if you're out there, man, and you need seeds, just let me know. I'll send you some. I got some seeds here.
No, there you go, Patriot. He can send you some.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, you can buy them at Amazon. I mean,
you can't. A lot of that stuff.
Really?
There's actually limits. I didn't see it yet because I looked at some of the seed vault and all that other whatever stuff, but I was told today that there's things that Amazon will not ship to Michigan, and that's paint. I don't know what else, but
whatever's on Michigan's list.
Yeah.
You guys buddy up with somebody right in the very northern part of Indiana.
Yeah.
Unknown user said a guy from Michigan was on the news saying Walmart would not let him buy a child seat because it was non-essential. But I did see since then that the Michigan governor said, yes, you can buy a child seat if you need one.
Did you go to the protest today, Patriot?
No, nobody let me borrow a car. I asked all my neighbors. I called around.
You would have drove around the block nicely.
I could, but yeah, I was.
And what else is scary about this is the longer it goes on. Right now, the liberals or the progressives, whatever you wish to call them, right, are saying we need to let more prisoners go because they've got constitutional rights. Because being stuck inside a jail with the virus was it unhumane punishment or whatever? And that goes against the Constitution.
To a certain extent, some prisoners do have constitutional rights if they ain't been convicted of a felony.
Yeah, but where I'm going with it, I mean, it always happens in Florida. Florida seems to be the magnet for idiots, right? But Florida, they let that guy go who was in there. He hasn't been to court yet. Was in there charged with second-degree murder. They released him, and he went and killed somebody. And that's happening. More and more prisoners are being released.
Keep your damn guns loaded and
that's accessible. Right. I mean,
they got to release them because they got to have space for the protesters
for burglary. Right? A killer.
They got to make space for people who violate the stay-at-home shit, man.
That's right. You got to make room for the protesters. But what I'm saying is, somebody who is violent, right, may have got caught, say, breaking into a house or breaking into a store. So they put him in jail. He's a violent criminal, but the actual charge he's being charged with is minor, right? So they let him go. So they're releasing hardened criminals out in the streets.
Hey, man, I'm all for
this goes on.
The best way to avoid that is not be a criminal, and you don't have to deal with the consequences. So, I don't know.
This country ain't far away from anarchy.
Where in the hell did this turn into an automatic fucking death sentence when you get this?
I'd say an automatic death sentence. Anybody that's been convicted of the crime and serving rape, manslaughter, any of this type of stuff. I mean, hey, shit happens. You know what I mean? So this was a shock for all of us. There's no point in letting you go to terrorize the family that you destroyed because we care about your health. Honestly, I don't give a shit about your health at that point.
Right. That's kind of where I was going with that.
I mean, the guy that had 3 speeding tickets and got locked up for 90 days, yeah, kick him free. But any of these other people, I mean, murder and crap like that, that's retarded. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't.
Guys. Yeah, we can.
They're treating this. They're treating this like. They're treating this COVID at like it's automatically a death sentence if you get
absolutely. It. They're saying if you get it, you're going to die. But the problem is the figures don't lie. More people recover than die. You know,
the death rate is phenomenally less than the flu
at the moment. Yeah, but not in the amount of short. Yes, but not in. But if you look at it in the, I understand where some of these doctors are saying. Yes, the death toll. But the numbers they're at now have got there faster than like if it was just the flu. It might take, say, 8 months to get to that figure of flu deaths, where they've got to that figure in 30 days. You know.
No, the curious part about this is how many fucking nursing homes are affected, because it is a noticeable percent of these. Nursing. And, that's kind of curious as to how that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all guess.
Well, anyway, guys, it's
all those numbers are just guesses anyway. Except
we can keep this chat going if you wish, but, we've gone from shooting with disabilities to conspiracy theories now. We've gone to the gay frog chat.
Send me paint and drywall. I'm waiting for David to come over and help me finish my basement.
Yeah. Also...
The thing about that is I shipped a car to you through Amazon, but they told me they wouldn't pick it up until September.
Damn bastard.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough. It is. It's prices are going up. But the sooner we can open the country up, the sooner we can get back to some sort of normality. Normality, is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, yes. I mean, people are going to die. The reason I carry a concealed weapon is of the chance that, that I might get attacked out there. So,
or one of them fuckers calls on you.
The chance of, I mean, you might get the COVID-19 and you might not.
And the simple fact is, everybody's going to fucking die at some point.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, and also, I mean. You're right. We're going to die at some point, And as I said, more people are recovering than dying. But if you want to stay home and stay undercover and wear a mask when you go out, by all means do it. But I shouldn't be forced to have to do it if I don't want to.
I just like to wear my Boba Fett mask and nobody can say anything. They don't say anything when I wear those masks.
Rick, you should be forced just because I like to see you suffer.
I know.
Now, I got to admit, I did go out and panic buy canning supplies today in a fairly significant amount.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the next big shortage that's already happening is fresh meat. People are hoarding it and throwing it in their freezers. You can't even buy a freezer today.
You know why?
You know what I'm saying?
I have a question about that. I heard that, with the companies that sold to China and we grow the beef here and send it there, they process it and then send it back. And since it's grown here, it's made in America kind of thing. Is that a true statement?
I don't think so.
I heard that StarKist isn't owned here anymore. That's owned in China. And there's that Smith and something or other.
Smithfield, yes. But they are processing it here. Yeah. Because their processing plants are what's closing down.
Yeah. Now, I know Now I know we talked about this the other day. Stuff that's like sausage casings, stomach linings.
Hmm.
There is no plant or company in the United States that does them anymore. So those are sent to China. They clean them, get them ready, and send them back to the United States.
Did you say clean them?
To make your bratwurst and your hot dogs and everything else.
I like brat patties, so fuck it. Rick, you're a butcher, right?
Yeah.
I live right beside the damn hog farm, and not a couple miles away is a cattle farm. So if I go out and knock off a hog and a cow, you want to come up here and cut it up? I'll give you a portion.
No, yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can do that. No problem. Anyway, guys, I'm about ready to call it quits here. Let me give you my quiz question for Saturday's show.
Oh, hell, we ain't got there yet?
No, I'm going to do it right now. The question is, it's a mail-in question. So the question is, I found this on the internet, so I'm going by what I found. What I want to know is, what is the oldest gun in the world? That's it.
I already heard this.
Yeah, well, I said that's the thing. Some people don't enter until they hear me say it again on Wednesday because they forgot to do it on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I don't remember being in here
at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. So there we go. All right, let me go through the panel here for shout outs and stuff. Kingpin, you got anything?
No, thanks for having me. Good conversation. Everybody be cool.
I appreciate you stopping in here. I really do.
You stocked up on the Reynolds wrap?
Hey, the way I see it, better a tinfoil hat now than a dunce cap later.
All right, Tony, any shout outs or plugs?
God in heaven, no.
Okay. How about you, New York? You got anything?
No, just thanks for having me and have a great night, people.
Yeah, I appreciate you all being here. It's been a great conversation tonight, I think. But
I do have a quick shout out if I could jump in.
Yes.
I want to shout out Dead Horse. I've seen he was out in the chat. Miss having him around. Hopefully everything's going well with him. And I know for many of us out there, we love you, brother.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Hey, if you want to go on my mailing list to get in these shows, just send me an email, and I will add you to my email list for the chats, my Wednesday and Saturday chat, Dead Horse. So, all right, I left the shout outs. I've left the man, the myth, the legend to last. Patriot in the Dark. Any shout outs?
I was just waiting for the jerk. Hi, Sabrina. I haven't been able to say that in a while. I hope you're well and your family as well. Just stay positive. Like I said, with those two emails I got and the conversation for a bit there, I started forgetting why I was doing this. And those two emails, more than just two emails, but those two people kind of brought it to light. So, don't forget what you were doing or what you're doing or what your goals are, and don't get distracted. And be happy and positive and send negative stuff to Squib.
Now, before we go anywhere, what gun have you decided on, Rick?
Oh, if I got money left after I bought what I want to take care of, I'm going for the Uberti 1875.
Tasty choice.
Single action, where I can play cowboy. So, in 45 Colt.
There's nothing wrong with that gun. Actually, that's, to me, the best looking gun ever made.
Yeah. Oh, Midnight Range says you can't enter that quiz, Tony, because you were there when the first one was made.
I wasn't intending on entering the quiz. I don't think I should enter because I'm on the panels.
But anyway, so there we go. I'm gonna go make my grilled cheese sandwiches for dinner. You know,
Why don't you eat before you come into this? You always want to run off to eat.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
You know,
I enjoy. Well, you can see by the size of me. I enjoy eating.
you know damn well when
And
I'm
I
in
don't
here, I
want- I don't
enjoy
want
dragging this son of a
I don't
bitch
want
out.
I can sit there after the show. I can cook my. It doesn't take long to do them. I can sit down, put my feet up in my recliner, grab my plate with my grilled cheese sandwiches on it, munch on them while I'm watching TV. Nice and
You know,
relaxed.
whenever I'm in here, it is my goal to drag this out as long as possible, just to save you from yourself.
I know. Anyway, so I'm going to say good night to everybody in the chat for being here. I really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. And I believe Yankee's got a chat running right now. Matt's on at 9 o'clock. Rants and Raves is on later. So I want to say thank you all again, and I will see you all on Saturday at 3 p.m. So good night, everybody.
Have a good one, people.